and share my screen and we'll be off to the races. Okay. Welcome. I'm Susie Berg, Certified Lifestyle Coach with OPTAVIA, and I'm pleased to be partnering with Heidi Carver to bring you this presentation about giving your health a makeover and ending 2020 strong, starting the new year lighter and with more energy. So grab a pen or open the notes on your phone. We have lots of tips and strategies for you that you're going to want to come back to later. We're going to be somewhat interactive, but please just stay muted until you have a question or you want to respond to a question that we're asking. And also drop your email in the chat if you would like to receive a free guide to holiday survival tips. Okay, well, 2020, as we all know, has brought us so many challenges. Here's a couple of examples that might be in your neck of the woods. Yep, there's that. And some people have unfortunately put on the quarantine 15. Quick question. Raise your hand if you've made a New Year's resolution already. Anybody? If you have and you feel comfortable sharing, please drop it into the chat. We'd love to just kind of see what's on your mind. But just going forward, at this time of year, a lot of people create lofty goals. And in the beginning of the year, they go all in, gung-ho. And then as we get into February, our effort and motivation kind of falls off and we head back into our old habits. In fact, 85% of people who go on a diet end up gaining all their weight back within 2 years. So how can we avoid this pitfall and actually make sustainable change? How can we be in that 15%? So we're going to get to that in a few minutes. But first, Heidi and I would like to share our stories with you. Heidi?
Okay. Hi, my name's Heidi. I'm an OPTAVIA coach, and my story starts in April of 2018, which would be that lovely before picture. I wanted to become a better version of myself. I was overweight, I was tired, I was on blood pressure medication, and I was pre-diabetic. So a friend of mine got me in touch with Susie and talked to her, and I started a program. Week later, 4 pounds lighter, had more energy. Fast forward 4 months later, 40 pounds lighter, which is the middle picture. And I was no longer pre-diabetic. I was off my blood pressure meds, and I was being that better version of myself. And I've kept it off. And even in the middle of this pandemic quarantine lockdown, I've lost 5 more pounds. So I'm officially 45 pounds down, which is the last picture from the summer. And I've kept it off. I've refocused on my healthy habits and my mindset. And I am now paying it forward by being a coach to keep myself in check and to help people feel the same way I feel. So that's my story. Susie?
Awesome. Awesome, Heidi.
Thanks.
So about 4 years ago around this time of the year, I wanted to lose weight for my son's wedding. I decided that I just needed to hit the gym and just increase my exercise and I would just take off the weight. Well, I tried this for a bit and I had minimal results. And so I was pretty desperate to find a way to do this since I had about 6 months to do it in. Well, right around that same time, I found out about OPTAVIA. And I decided that we needed to do this. My husband and I did it together. So we really went out of our comfort zone and we dove into this program. We loved our experience working with our free health coach. That's really what drew me in. And she was just incredible, offering support and accountability. And she guided us through the program. And within 4.5 months, I had lost 30 pounds and my husband had lost 45 pounds. But much more than the physical changes, I found that I had more energy, better quality sleep, and I felt comfortable in my skin for the first time in my adult life. So there were many other things that came along with that that were very unexpected. I was just really in for the weight loss, but what I learned is that we learned all these healthy habits and that was going to be the key to keeping our weight off. So we decided we never wanted to go back to our old ways. And so we made some lifestyle changes and we thought differently about food. And I'm really happy to say that we have kept off our weight all this time. And so we've kept it off for almost 4 years. Shortly around the time of the wedding, a bunch of people came to me and said, "How did you do that? We want to do it too." And I decided to pay it forward, and I became a coach. Sharing the gift of health has just been amazing to just be a part of other people's journey toward optimal health. And at the same time, it keeps me accountable to my own health. So, and I continue to go out of my comfort zone, like public speaking. I never thought I would be doing this, but it's just been amazing to see like the personal growth. Um, so we really followed a system that works, and I want to tell you a little bit more about that. So the company is called OPTAVIA. It's been around for 40 years. It's a trusted company based in Baltimore, Maryland. It's publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. And recently it was named number 2 in the list of 100 fastest growing companies by Fortune magazine. There's about 30,000 coaches across the country, and our proven plans and products were developed by physicians, scientists, and dietitians, and have been recommended by thousands of healthcare providers. So this lifestyle program is designed to offer you lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. For the majority of clients, we focus first on getting to a healthy weight and developing the tools to keep it off for life. It really basically involves 4 components. Heidi, do you want to cover the first one?
Yep. So the first one is your free coach who's there to guide you, support you, and help you along the way. They're kind of your own little cheerleader, so best way to put it. And they're there from start to finish and even beyond. Even when you hit your goal, they're always there for support no matter what.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I was looking that way. Okay, that's okay. Yep, OPTAVIA Coach. Okay, second is the educational component. So the Habits of Health Transformational System is basically 2 amazing books written by the medical director and co-founder of our program. One is a resource book. The other is a journal workbook that help, and then there's an app. And basically they're designed to help you develop a strong mindset and to change your habits of thinking. That's really the key to making this a lifelong journey and to see sustainable change. So it helps you to incorporate these new habits into your lifestyle.
Okay, then next is our amazing community. We have a community Facebook group page where everyone supports everyone. You have your coach who's your cheerleader. This is your whole entire squad. There's weekly Zoom calls similar to this where everyone just, it's a huge support topics. And, and also there's an amazing nutrition support through OPTAVIA that's always there to help you with any question about anything you need. So you have a full community behind you, supporting you through the whole process.
Awesome. Yep. And the 4th component are our fuelings. So this is our healthy grab and go nutrition, and it makes up part of your structured plan. So the fuelings are nutrient dense. They are filled with protein and fiber, which keeps you full for 2 to 3 hours. And you incorporate 4 or 5 of these into your day, depending on which plan you're on. And you're eating every 2 to 3 hours. That keeps your blood sugar steady and it helps keep you full. It's low, they're all low in sugar, and they contain 24 vitamins and minerals and probiotics as well. Um, and so they're designed really to take the guesswork out of what to eat while you're on a reduced calorie plan. So there's actually a fifth component. And, we talked about how coaching has been such a huge part of our journey. And really, it is the fifth component because so many of us realize that helping others and paying it forward is part of the journey. It's really an insurance policy to keep your own weight off. And, we are 5 times more likely to keep our weight off by serving others as a coach. It's very gratifying to be involved in someone else's journey, and the extra income is quite nice. Um, Turning now to, oh, I almost forgot one other thing about our program, and that is that we have various plans for people with different needs. So we serve people with diabetes. We have a plan for seniors. We have a special nursing mothers plan, even plans for teens. We are able to help people with a sedentary lifestyle, as well as people who are looking to reduce their medications. And you don't have to have a weight loss goal to come into our program and just clean up your habits. So turning now to look at some trends in our country. So according to the Centers for Disease Control, almost 2/3 of US adults are either overweight or obese. Really, 1 out of 2 of the people in our country has either pre-diabetes or has been diagnosed with diabetes. Before COVID, many factors were already causing a perfect storm for declining health. Poor food choices, lack of sleep, and lack of exercise. And 2020 has made that even worse. Putting unhealthy food into our bodies, especially the massive amounts of processed food that people consume in our country, leads to increased inflammation, and this increases our health risks. Over time, this condition can lead to high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart disease, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. People with these diet related diseases, and comorbidities, we've heard it in the news, are about 3 times more likely to suffer worsened outcomes from COVID. But we have good news. Heidi, do you want to share the good news?
Of course. So the good news. So we have the power to change what we feed our body, what we feed our mind, and our overall lifestyle. Hundreds of studies show that our health improves if we adopt a healthy lifestyle, and better health improves all the areas of our life within our overall well being. You're more likely to enjoy your job, be successful financially, have healthier relationships with your family and friends, and be spiritually and mentally sound. In fact, lifestyle medicine is one of the fastest growing specialty career fields in medicine. And it's even more good news. A 10% reduction in your weight lowers our risk of disease over 50%. And according to a study by the American College of Rheumatology, I think I said that right, 1 pound loss takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah, that is an astounding statistic.
It is.
But it is very true. A lot of our clients even tell us, in the first few weeks, that they can take the stairs easier. They just don't feel that pressure on their knees, or their knee pain went away.
Mhm.
So it is really true. So what is the secret to having a healthy lifestyle? We kind of said it before, but I'll consider it a rhetorical question. It's changing our habits. But where do we begin? So it's important to remember that habits form over time. So start small and make change slowly. The smaller the behavior change, the longer lasting it will be. because it's attainable and sustainable. So once you install one habit and you feel like it's becoming natural and a little easier, then you move on to tackle the next habit. So we're about to go into lots of tips and suggestions for how to improve your healthy, how to create a healthy lifestyle. And one other point is that it's super important for strengthening our immune system so that we remain healthy and to enhance our ability to resist infection. And we need all the defense that we can get during this upcoming winter. So we're going to go into the tips section now. And first, we have some tips about eating and hydration.
Okay, so first we're going to talk about nutrition. So eating 6 times a day keeps your hunger under control and keeps your blood sugar stable. If and by the 6 times a day, you eat every 2 to 3 hours, which then helps with the sugar. You create a different relationship with food. You look at it differently. You're fueling your body. You're not just eating to eat. In addition, meal prep and planning snacks ahead. Therefore, there's no mindful snacking. You know what you're going to have and you're all set. Hydration. So it's recommended to have 64 ounces a day, and staying hydrated ensures that your organs work optimally by flushing toxins out of your body and protects your joints. It also increases your metabolism and allows you to burn more fat. It helps maintain clear thinking and gives you energy, and it also hydrates your skin. Now, how do I get it all in? What I do is I'm out all day on the road. I leave the house with 3 water bottles that actually come to 64 ounces. So I'm guaranteed my 64 ounces just while I'm out for the day. A reusable water bottle is key. You keep it on your desk, whether at work or home. Having water on your night table. So the first thing you get up in the morning, you drink that water. And another habit that a lot of our clients do is they have 8 ounces with each fueling, and you get into 64 ounces. So there's multiple ways to do it. You just got to find the way that works for you.
Awesome. Next, we're going to talk about the importance of sleep. Sleep is really crucial. Not getting the proper amount of quality sleep is contributing to our health problems. I used to think that it was just a luxury to get the right amount of sleep. I just thought it was just recommended, but it's just pie in the sky. But what I've learned is that so much of our physiology is affected by the quality of sleep that we get. So a good place to start is to know how many hours you're getting. So a lot of people with Fitbits or any other kind of monitoring device can look at it and tell how many hours they're getting. So it's good to see where you're starting at. Another really good way to head into the evening is an hour before your bedtime is to have a twilight hour. This is a winding down before bedtime. Dim the lights, relax, disconnect from your devices, maybe jot down a to-do list for the next day so it's off your mind. Pick up a book, just read a book, or have some time to write in a journal before bed. And that is a really good way to just help you ease into and makes it easier to fall asleep. Another really important thing is to have your environment work for you. So one of those tips is to have the temperature set at 68 degrees or less. And it's interesting to note that when you have a cool environment, your body is actually burning more calories at a cooler environment. Another thing is to avoid sleep interruptions. So even small amounts of light and noise can prevent you from getting restorative sleep. So a sleep mask like this woman's wearing and earplugs can actually help. And if you have to keep your phone in the bedroom, put it on silent mode. So you might want to take a screenshot of this page. I'm not going to go into all of them, but there's a couple that I do want to note. One is to have the same bedtime and the same wake time every day, even on the weekends. I actually recently started doing this, really paying attention to when the time I went to sleep and getting up at the same time. And my body just now wakes me up at that time, and I wake up just refreshed and with tons of energy and ready to go. And I used to snooze a lot, so you can even ask my husband. Um, the other tip that's really important is to not drink alcohol within 4 hours of sleep. I've definitely seen the results of this one. So while initially it seems like you fall asleep easier and it acts as kind of like a sedative, it actually diminishes your quality of sleep and you're going to have interrupted sleep. And I've found that. I don't know about you guys, but I find, when I have had alcohol too close to bedtime, I'm up during the night and just restless. The other thing is when you start paying attention to your nutrition and you're getting it really good nutrition during the day, you're likely to sleep better. And we see it all the time with our clients. People just definitely report sleeping better, getting just good quality sleep. So now we're going to move into motion. So, like I mentioned earlier, uh, you can't outrun your fork. So the equation is really 80% nutrition, 20% fitness. And actually, in our program, you don't even have to be exercising to have the weight loss phase work without the exercise. It's definitely a healthy habit, but in the weight loss phase, you don't need to be exercising, and it's much more important to work on your nutrition. So, two things to keep in mind. One is to do something that you love to do and that you can do consistently. And start small and then add on. So it's much more important to establish the habit of, let's say, going out for a walk, but start really small, like 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, which doesn't seem like a lot at all, but it's more important to establish the habit and to have your brain really say, of course I could do that, and to want to come back for more. Once you've established that habit, you can add onto it. Um, so we put a lot of emphasis on increasing your overall motion throughout the day rather than on formal exercise, especially in the weight loss phase. But there are so many things that you can be doing to be more active throughout the day. One, and we call it non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or that is what it's called. And that's just, ways to be active throughout the day. And it's called NEAT. So you could sit on a ball chair in your office or at home. You can monitor your steps, um, and be able to walk around your house more. While you're on the phone, you could put a Bluetooth on and be walking around while you're in conversation. You can stand, like I'm standing to present this presentation. I actually bought myself a stand for my laptop. So when I want to, I can stand up and then I can sit down and for a period of time. But I do a lot more standing now. Instead of yelling to the person in your house that you need something, uh, go pick yourself up and walk to the next room or walk downstairs, and talk to that person face to face. You're going to just be in more motion that way and just get into the habit of doing that. I tend to use the bathroom upstairs so that I have to go upstairs every time I need it. And that helps me to get much more motion into my day. Anybody have any other suggestions of what works for them? Heidi, do you have any suggestions on that?
When I'm out, I park further away from the entrance and I'll use stairs instead of an escalator or an elevator is what I find works for me.
That's a good one. Yeah,
That's
those are
helpful.
good.
It's
sure.
still not in the house, that's out of the house. So
So that brings us to the conclusion of our presentation. We hope that you found this talk motivating and valuable. And where will you go from here? So we hope that you will take some of these tips and strategies with you into the new year and, really put them to use. Drop your email into the chat if you'd like to receive our free guide to holiday survival tips, or if you would like a free phone consult to explore whether OPTAVIA is a good fit for you. We'd be happy to discuss it with you. And you can also sign up for a health newsletter that we have. We email it out weekly. It has health tips, healthy recipes, and inspiration. And that can end up, coming to your inbox every week. So please drop your email into the chat, and we'd be happy to send these out to you. And our contact information is here as well. So if you'd like to contact us later on, we would love to hear from you. So thank you so much. I'm going to open it up for questions. Does anybody have any questions?
I don't have any questions, but I'd like to say that was wonderful. Very informative and inspiring. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we are very happy that you joined us. And if there are no questions, we will say goodnight. And we will hopefully do this again. So, feel free to share it when you see it on social media or wherever you found us. Share it with your friends and family.
Yes.
Okay. Good night.
Night.
Thanks for joining
Night.
us.